All right, welcome back. I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently, and that's concerning some current events, namely Elon Musk. And I can already hear people already switching off the video, but I'm going to talk about the man anyway. So he's been in the news lately, and depending on your political leanings for bad or for hilarious reasons, he's basically taken over Twitter. He's wrapped up about 5 months of drama when he first announced he was going to buy the platform, and he actually managed to close the deal to buy Twitter, and he's dissolved its board and he's become its sole director. Many have praised many have praised his approach to free speech over the years, but he's welcomed back accounts that were previously banned. But these might include some, these non-humans, and he has since also caused a stir by sharing and then deleting this debunked story about Paul Pelosi. And most recently, he has banned accounts for pretending to be him, like even though it's like clearly a joke. He his These antics sort of give off the idea that he is thin-skinned and can't take a joke. And he's become the butt of political conversations, particularly on the left, and also on the right as well. You got people on the right who are you know enthralled and like love him, and you got the left who's like foaming at the mouth, willing to criticize everything that he's talked about. And this to me is these developments have been a net negative, particularly if you're someone like me who is a big fan of something important, at least in my opinion, that Musk has been working on. His signature venture, outside of the whole Twitter sphere lately, has been SpaceX. And for those of you who don't know, Musk has been developing SpaceX because he wants to develop and procure the rockets and equipment that will be necessary to get humans to Mars. Right now, he's hoping to do this by the year 2029, and if he's successful, this will potentially launch humans into becoming an interplanetary species. And I think this goal is important. I think it has the potential for mankind to take a leap greater than that of the moon landings. And I think of the programs that are being thrown around, I think his is the most viable in terms of getting us there, especially compared to NASA's bulky Artemis program, which is beset with its own challenges and limitations. And so, for that reason, I think that there's real promise in what Musk is doing in terms of trying to get humans down onto the red planet. And this is why I think the latest developments have been so unfortunate, because I think it's going to be a real tragedy if this venture ends up just becoming another target of politics. You know, people have been talking about his antics on Twitter lately, and Musk has always been a polarizing figure. You either love him or you hate him, but that's been on full display lately. And you know, I'm not sure whether or not his beliefs in freedom of speech are sincere. I think they are. They're sincerely held beliefs in freedom of speech. But I also think that he is, I think, shown himself to be somewhat of a thin-skinned person in terms of his addiction to power, and is willing to use it to punish his detractors. It's an all too familiar thing. And the sum of $44 billion on what has basically turned out to be a bit of a clown show, it's given ammunition to those who believe that billionaires do not pay enough in taxes. And so, in short, Musk has done himself no favors with these recent debacles. And I don't know what will ultimately happen to Twitter. I've considered lately about leaving the website myself. But if Twitter's the only casualty of all this, that may be the best case scenario, because I it would really suck if the project that of getting people to Mars, which Musk has been working on it, and there's been cooperation with NASA and the Department of Defense in terms of this, and other agencies. I would really love to see humans get to Mars in my lifetime, and I think we can do that. For many of our parents who saw the moon landings, this would basically be our moon landing, our generation's moon landing, and those who like Generation Y and Generation Z. This is going to be the moon landings for us, is watching people set foot onto the red planet. And I would absolutely love to see that happen. It is Musk, I think, is right about getting us there, and so I wish he'd just cut the antics out, and I wish he'd focus on what really matters, because all of this is a distraction, and it's a distraction that no one needs. I This is sort of why I feel this way. I want to get us to Mars, but anyway, that's just my 2 cents on this. Musk is going to end up doing what he does, and I know we all got to make our decisions based on that. But we'll continue living our lives as we hopefully will, but hoping that the Mars project ultimately succeeds. All right. Thank you so much.